All right. Good afternoon. Court's on the record, Commerce City Municipal Court for the afternoon session of January 5th of 2022. For the people that are on Zoom, please leave your devices on mute. I will ask you to unmute your device when I am ready to call your case. For the people that are in the courtroom, when I call your name, I'm going to direct you to come forward to one of the three stations in the front. While you're at the station, I need you to speak loudly and clearly. One of my responsibilities today is to make sure that everything that you say gets properly recorded. After you're done at the station, I'll direct you to see my clerks in the lobby. Their windows are located to the left once you've exited through the double doors at the rear of the courtroom. So when you leave the courtroom, go out through those double doors, but make the left before you get to the metal detector, and that'll get you to my clerk's windows. Did you clean station 1 and 2? Yes. Okay, good. All right, and let's begin with Esteban Reyes. If you would come to station number 1, please. Good afternoon. All right, I have a document that indicates that if you plead guilty to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle, that's a 2-point violation. The city attorney will dismiss both of the charges against you from December 9th of 2021 at about 4:40 in the afternoon in the area of 99th and Tower Road here in Commerce City. Is this how you wish to resolve your case today, by pleading guilty to this reduced charge? Did you watch the advisement of rights video? Do you understand that if I accept your guilty plea to this reduced charge, you are waiving all of the trial and appeal-related rights that you were advised of in that video? I need you to answer out loud. This is being recorded. Thank you. Has anyone forced you or coerced you to get you to plead guilty to this reduced charge against your will? Has anyone made any promise to you to get you to enter this guilty plea? Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medications that affect your ability to understand what you're doing in court today? Then to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle, a 2-point violation on December 9th of 2021 here in Commerce City. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty? I'll accept your guilty plea. Anything you want to tell me that I should take into consideration before I impose the sentence against you? All right, there's nothing particularly aggravated about this one. Your scheduled fine is $80. I'm going to reduce it to $40, plus surcharges, plus court costs. When you go to the windows in the lobby to see my clerks, they will tell you the total. If you need them to, they'll work out a payment plan for you. Do you have any questions? All right, go ahead and go to the windows to see my clerk. All right, Clayton Stepp, if you would come to station number 2, please. Good afternoon. Okay, I have a document that alleges on case number EP, let's see, 00010688, that on August 25th of 2021, at about 7:35 in the morning, in the area of the 6000 block of East 68th Way, you violated the city ordinance by having an inoperable or unregistered vehicle on the public right-of-way. That's one of the cases. In case number EP 00004796, it's alleged that on October 20th of 2021 at about 10 o'clock in the morning in the area of the 5800 block of East 68th Way, you had another charge of unlawfully parking an inoperable or unregistered vehicle on a public right-of-way. Do you understand the two charges that you're facing? All right, the city attorney says that we're going to set this for a new court date. He's dismissing case number 10688 today, and then if you have the vehicle registered and bring in proof on or before the next court date, then he'll dismiss EP 4796. Is this how you wish to resolve these two cases? Okay, when you go to the windows in the lobby and see my clerk, they'll give you a reminder notice of the new court date and time related to case number EP 00004796. Make sure you either bring it in beforehand or on that date, okay? All right, go ahead and go to the windows, see my clerk. Good catch. All right. Isabel Diaz, if you would come to station number 3, please. Good afternoon. All right, I have a document that indicates that Isabel pleads guilty to the added reduced charge of driving a vehicle with an obstructed windshield, a 0-point violation, and attends the Alive at 25 class. The city attorney will dismiss dismiss the original charge of careless driving on November 24th of 2021 at about 4:42 in the afternoon in the area of Oakland and 112th here in Commerce City. Ms. Diaz, is this how you wish to resolve your case today? Okay, and are you her mother? Okay. Do you understand the original charge that was filed against your daughter? Okay. Do you understand the reduced charge and conditions the city attorney is offering your daughter in an effort to resolve this case? And do you agree that your daughter is acting in her best interest by accepting this resolution and pleading guilty to this reduced charge today? Thank you. Ms. Diaz, did you watch the advisement of rights video? Do you understand that if I accept your guilty plea to this reduced charge, you are waiving all of the trial and appeal-related rights that you were advised of in that video? Has anyone forced you or coerced you to get you to plead guilty to this reduced charge against your will? Has anyone made any promise to you to get you to enter this guilty plea? Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medications that affect your ability to understand what you're doing in court today? Then to the added reduced charge of driving a vehicle with an obstructed windshield, a 0-point violation, on November 24th of 2021 here in Commerce City. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty? I'll accept your guilty plea. Is there anything you want me to take into consideration before I impose the sentence against you? Is there anything you want to tell me about Ms. Diaz before I impose the sentence against her? No, I'm asking her. Okay, well, that's good to know.
Right.
Both of the priors are too old, so I won't consider those. All right. Listen carefully to how I'm imposing this sentence. I'm going to impose the scheduled fine, which is $160. I'm going to suspend 100 of it. There's going to be surcharges and court costs added to the remaining $60. The $100 is suspended because I am going to order that you do the Alive at 25 class. When you go to the windows in the lobby to see my clerk, they're going to give you the total of the non-suspended portion of the fines and court costs, and they'll make payment arrangements. They'll give you a referral to the people that put on the class, and they're going to give you a deadline for to get the class completed by. When you need to sign up with those people right away, get signed up for the class, and get it done before that deadline. It's your responsibility to make sure that certificate of completion gets filed with my court on or before the deadline my clerk give you. You should also give a copy to your mom. You should send it into your insurance agent. I don't know if they're going to treat this as an at-fault accident or not, but they might give you a discount for her doing the driving class, and it doesn't hurt to ask. So send in that certificate of completion copy to them and just ask them if they'll give you a discount for her doing the class, all right? And then take the lessons that they teach you in the class and apply them to your driving, okay? I'm not going to give you the long speech. I may have given it to you when you had your first case here back in 2020. But the key is take the lessons they teach you in the class, apply it to the driving, and hopefully you won't be back again. Do you have any questions about what's expected of you? You can email it or drop it by or mail it, regular mail. Just make sure you get it to us on or before the deadline. Any other questions? Do you have any questions? All right, go to the windows, see my clerks, they'll take care of you. Mm-hmm. Okay, Chikese Isulo, if you would unmute your device, please.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
I have a document that indicates that if you plead guilty to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, the city attorney will dismiss the original careless driving charge against you from December 13th of 2021 at 6:58 in the morning in the area of the 5100 block of I-270 here in Commerce City. Is this how you wish to resolve your case today, by pleading guilty to this reduced charge?
Yes, please.
Did you watch the advisement of rights video?
Yes, please.
And do you understand that if I accept your guilty plea to this reduced charge, you are renouncing all of the trial and appeal-related rights that you were advised of in that video? Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Has anyone forced you or coerced you to get you to plead guilty to this reduced charge against your will?
No.
Has anyone made any promise to you to get you to enter this guilty plea?
No.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medications that affect your ability to understand what you're doing in court today?
No.
Then to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle, a 2-point violation on December 13th of 2021 here in Commerce City, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'll accept your guilty plea. Is there anything you want me to take into consideration before I impose the sentence again?
I accept everything that you have said in good faith.
Okay, it appears that no one was injured. Is that correct, that there was no injuries?
There was no injuries.
Okay, thank you. That makes a difference. All right, I'm going to impose a fine against you of $200 plus surcharges plus court costs. When you leave the meeting, my clerk's going to reach out to you by email. You'll receive that email either later today or tomorrow. which will tell you what the total is, and if you need them to, they'll work out payment arrangements for you. Do you have any questions?
No, I don't. I understand everything. Thank you so much.
Okay, so you can go ahead and leave the meeting. Just expect that email.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Mr. Garland, your Post-it note says you need a copy of the accident report. Is it not filed, or has that been resolved? So it's in there.
Yeah, but after. I'm not remembering much of the clerk. I thought it was, you wanted it after the case was done.
I just want to see it because it's not a good one.
Oh, all right. I see what you're saying. I was just thinking that there wasn't one in the court record.
No, it's in there. It's just like they don't have D1 or D2 specified or value. How am I supposed to figure it out? And in the back, Mr. Gass wrote to me.
I'm pulling it up right now, so the accident report's in here. All right, Benjamin Wilson, if you would unmute your device, please.
Sir.
Okay. All right. Whoever has the telephone number ending in 295, could you mute your device, please? All right, well, we'll try to go ahead like this. Mr. Wilson, are you able to hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. I have a document that indicates that if you plead guilty to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, the city attorney will dismiss the original careless driving charge against you from November 24th of 2021 at about 5:35 in the afternoon in the area of 105th and Chambers Road here in Commerce City. Is this how you wish to resolve your case today?
Yes, sir.
Did you watch the advisement of rights video?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that if I accept your guilty plea to this reduced charge, you are waiving all of the trial and appeal-related rights that you were advised of in that video?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you or coerced you to get you to plead guilty to this reduced charge against your will?
No, sir.
Has anyone made any promise to you to get you to enter this guilty plea?
No, sir.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medications that affect your ability to understand what you're doing in court today?
No, sir.
Then to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, on November 24th of 2021 here in Commerce City. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'll accept your guilty plea. Is there anything you want me to take into consideration before I impose the sentence against you?
No, sir.
All right, just a few minutes here. How long have you been driving now?
A little over 2 years.
And this looks like it's your first ticket of any type, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. No, not a good start. All right. Your schedule fine's $200. I'm going to go ahead and reduce your fine to $140 plus surcharges plus court costs. When you leave the meeting, my clerk's going to reach out to you by email later today or sometime tomorrow. They'll tell you what the total is, and if you need them to, they'll work out a payment plan for you. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, you can go ahead and leave the meeting.
Thank you.
All right, Julio Martinez, if,
Yes, sir.
give me just a moment. Okay, I see. All right, I have a document that indicates that if you plead guilty to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle, that's a 2-point violation on, the city attorney will dismiss the original speeding charge from November 23rd of 2021 at 2:21 in the afternoon in the area of 106th and Highway 2 here in Commerce City. Is this how you wish to resolve your case today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have a camera function on the device that you're using, or no?
I don't see you, Your Honor.
No, that's
I
fine.
don't,
That's fine. Let me just do this. Can you give me the street number for where you live in Fort Lupton? Just the mailing address.
Your Honor, I have very recently moved. Can I give you my P.O. box?
No, give me just the numbers of the street that you lived on when you picked up this ticket in November.
Oh, 16204.
That's good enough. I just need to verify that it's you talking, and that's an unusual enough number that that's good enough for me. All right, did you watch the advisement of rights video?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, there you are. Now I can see you. And do you understand that if I accept your guilty plea to this reduced charge, you are waiving all of the trial and appeal-related rights that you were advised of in that video?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you or coerced you to get you to plead guilty to this charge against your will?
No, sir.
Has anyone made any promise to you to get you to enter this guilty plea?
No, sir.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medications that affect your ability to understand what you're doing in court today?
No, sir.
Then to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, on November 23rd of 2021 here in Commerce City. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
I plead guilty, Your Honor.
I'll accept your guilty plea. Is there anything you want me to take into consideration before I impose the sentence against you?
No, Your Honor, just that I do appreciate the city working with me on this. I try to keep a pretty clean record, and we'll be careful in the future.
That's fine. All right, I'm going to impose a fine against you of $60. There's going to be surcharges and court costs that get added to that. When you leave the meeting, my clerks are going to send you an email either later today or tomorrow. They're going to tell you what the total is, and if you need them to, they'll work out a payment plan for you. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, you can go ahead and leave the meeting. My clerks will reach out to you by email.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Uh-huh.
Jeannie, are we done here? Yeah, but we're not off.
On the bottom right, there should be a little thing that says leave meeting or leave. It's a red box. Mr. Martinez, you can go ahead and hit that.
Meeting in progress. Leave.
Okay, Rebecca Ruby Woodhouse, if you would unmute your device.
I'm here.
Good afternoon. I have a document that indicates that if you plead guilty to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle, that's a 2-point violation. The city attorney will dismiss the original charge of following too closely on December 6th of 2021 at about 6:30 in the morning in the area of 104th and Highway 2 here in Commerce City. Is this how you wish to resolve your case today by
Yes.
pleading guilty to this reduced charge?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Did you watch the advisement of rights video?
Yes, I did.
Do you understand that if I accept your guilty plea to this reduced charge, you are waiving all of the trial and appeal-related rights that you're advised of in that video?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you or coerced you to get you to plead guilty to this reduced charge against your will?
No.
Has anyone made any promise to you to get you to enter this guilty plea?
No.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medications that affect your ability to understand what you're doing in court today?
No.
Then to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle, a 2-point violation on December 6th of 2021 here in Commerce City. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'll accept your guilty plea. Is there anything you want me to take into consideration before I impose the sentence against you?
Well, I've never been in an accident. This is my first one, and it's a lesson learned because it is a pretty dangerous intersection. I only been traveling that way for like about 6 years for work. And, I wouldn't, following too close, I wouldn't say that. I would just say that she didn't take her turn to get on highway 2, and I took my eyes off the road for a minute because I thought she was going to go. When I looked back, that's when I hit her. I wasn't even going that fast, but it happens.
Okay. Your driving record also shows you got a ticket in Adams County in July. Is that 2021? Is that correct?
Mm,
It looks like you pled guilty to a 1-point speeding charge, so it was probably a different speeding charge before that.
okay, yeah. Yeah, I know where that was at.
All right. All right, your scheduled fine's $200. I'm going to drop it back down to $160 plus surcharges plus court costs. When you leave the meeting, my clerks are going to reach out to you by email either later today or tomorrow. They'll let you know what the total is, and if you need them to, they'll work out a payment plan for you. Do you have any questions?
Nope.
Okay, you can go ahead and leave the meeting. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Uh-huh. Could you tell me what this says? Oh, is that it? Okay. I couldn't come up with anything. Right. All right. Michael Steele, if you would unmute your device.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. All right. I have a document. This is case number EM5730. I have a document that alleges that on December 14th of 2021, shortly before 9:30 in the evening, in the area of 13900 East 105th Avenue here in Commerce City, it's alleged that you engaged in careless driving and committed the offense of harassment. Do you understand what it is you're accused of doing?
Yes.
Okay. The city attorney said he went over the elements of the harassment charge with you. In other words, he explained what he would have to prove in order for you to be found guilty of that charge. Did he go over those elements with you?
Yes.
Okay. Are you currently a member of or a veteran of the United States Armed Forces?
No.
All right. He's indicated that you've agreed that we're going to set this case over for a new court date. Between now and then, if you complete a class called Making Better Choices, have no contact with Sean Houston or the property at 13995 East 105th Avenue, and commit no new law violations, if everything is in order when you come back, this case can be dismissed. Is this how you wish to resolve your case?
Yes.
All right. When you leave the meeting, my clerks are going to reach out to you by email either later today or tomorrow. They're going to be sending you a referral to the people that put on this class. It's important that you contact them right away, get signed up for the class, and have it completed by the next court date. then it's your responsibility to make sure that certificate of completion gets filed with my court on or before the next court date. Then the rest is easy. Stay away from Mr. Houston, stay away from that location, stay out of trouble, and if everything's in order when you come back, I dismiss the case. Do you have any questions?
No,
Okay, you can go ahead and leave the meeting.
thank you.
Huh? Okay, Mr. Starkovich, my clerk's asking me to have you join the breakout room, please. No, he's gone from my screen. Is that his client in the back of the courtroom? Could you put him behind the glass, or is that not connected up over there anymore? Okay. Oh, there isn't? Okay. That's fine. Hmm? Sure. Do you happen to know the case number?
Case number PM-50897.
C is in Kathy Mary, CM?
PM,
Okay. Give me the 4 digits again then.
and then 50, and then 897.
That's too many digits. No, no results are found. You sure it's 50897?
No, it's 50.
Oh, 897. Okay. I was about to say, because that's too many digits.
You found it?
Not yet. Yep, now I have it.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay. All right. On the record regarding Hayden Hall, Mr. Hall, if you would unmute your device.
Yep.
All right. It looks like, let's see, back on September Oh, that doesn't make sense. Oh, yeah, September 16th, you pled guilty to a charge. I ordered a Live at 25 class. The proof of completion was due by October 28th. When I didn't get that, we put a block against your driver's license. It's my understanding that you want to get that block cleared, or is there something else that you need?
Yeah, so I was gonna see if there's any way, because I never received the class, and that's another reason why that's the reason why I'm here. So I was wondering if there's like some sort of continuance or something I could do about that.
We sent you this notice on September 16th after your court date.
Yeah, I know, and I checked my email and everything for months, and I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we're showing that we sent it out to you. I don't know why you didn't get it.
That's what I was saying. That's why I had to call, because and then that's why I'm here. But
All right. Well, we'll give you another referral to the class. Obviously, there's going to be a lien against your driver's license until such time as you've completed the class. So we'll go ahead and send that out to you again. I'm not going to take any additional action on this until I have proof of completion of the class from you. All right?
okay, sounds good.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Please start, Jake, and this is, so I listened to the message that the police officer left her, and he did say, I'm gonna dismiss this case. She has it, right? She emailed me the voicemail,
Mm-hmm.
which I listened to. So what she said in her motion is correct.
I need I need Adam back in here. Mhm. All right. Ms. Wright, are you on Zoom right now? Please unmute your device. Tristan Wright?
Here, Your Honor.
All right. I have a request to set aside a default that entered on February 20th of 2019. Mr. Gallen has no objection to this, but I don't have jurisdiction over this case anymore. It's 1 year by statute. What authority do I have to set aside the default?
Isn't it like excusable neglect or anything like that, where, like, if I was a citizen and I got a ticket and the police officer left me a message saying he was gonna dismiss the case, why on earth would I think the case wasn't dismissed? And he sent her the message, I think, in January of 2019.
Here's a letter telling her that her court date is on February 20th of 2019.
I agree with you, but if I could, I'm gonna forward you the voicemail.
Oh, no, I believe you. And Ms. Wright, you need to understand, I believe you too. The problem I have is, by statute, I lose jurisdiction over the case after a certain amount of time. In other words,
Right.
I don't know why you waited so long to bring this to our attention.
So, and I do understand. So I never received that letter. I have proof that I do have insurance from that day. I still have the ticket, and I've been in contact with Officer Sivitz since then, most recently 2 weeks ago, when he told me that there was nothing else that he would be able to do, that I would need to call the DMV to see about getting my license reinstated.
Mm-hmm.
When I called the DMV, they said that I would need a letter from the courts to call the clerk. So I did, and that's when they instructed me to go ahead and register for this today so that I would be able to maybe get it situated. So I guess I'm not sure where to go from here.
Yeah, to be quite candid, I don't know that there's anything more I can tell you to do except pay this in full. But hold on, before you do that, I have to do some research I don't have the statute right in front of me. I don't think I have the authority at this late stage to do anything. I think I've lost jurisdiction over the case. I can't even dismiss it. But I will double check that. And then I will issue an order based on the research that I do and let you know what else you can do, okay?
Okay.
All right, I just want to make sure that you understand that I'm not doing anything on this right now. No need for you to hang around while I go do the research. I'll finish the docket, I'll do the research, and then I'll get back to you, okay?
Oh, so just wait for an email.
Yeah, just wait for an email from my clerks. The same email
All
you
right.
use to register is the one that they'll send it to, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Uh-huh. So here's the problem as I see it on this case. On September 29th, you entered a note. No, I'm sorry, it was Carmen. That we would receive a motion from the officer. And then that was September 29th of 2020. We received nothing else until today. So presumably the officer never sent the request to Adam. It's case number CM00281990. And her name is Tristan Wright. So the officer didn't follow through from September 29th of 2020 until the defendant followed up today. So I don't know why he waited that long to start that.
I wonder if she called him up like Carmen said, note in there. But yeah, there's nothing in document management saying we received anything indicating that.
Right, nothing in the ROAs except that entry from September 29th. So there's nothing.
Nothing in the ticket.
Okay, that's fine. I'll do the research. Okay, Jason Dassler, if you would unmute your device. Okay, I'm going to turn this off so that we don't get feedback. Are you Mr. Starkovich's client? Mr. Starkovich, are you here on Jason Dassler?
Yes, Your Honor, and Mr. Pacheco.
Okay, we'll do Mr. Daffler's first, as it's right in front of me. Are you able to hear me, Mr. Daffler? There isn't, you should be able to turn up the speaker on the laptop. Are you able to hear Mr. Starkovich? Mr. Daffler, are you able to hear Mr. Starkovich? Okay, unmute the device, that might help. Oh, no, you're still in the breakout room. I see it now. Hold on. You need to take him out of the breakout room back into the regular session. Should just say leave breakout room.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Daffler, are you now able to hear me through the device?
Yes.
Okay, and you should be able to hear Mr. Starkovich. Mr. Starkovich?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, and were you able to hear Mr. Daffler?
Yes.
Okay, good. Oh, all we're doing is setting this over for another pretrial, is that correct?
That's correct, Judge. We're going to ask for 60 days, please.
Thank you.
Check your calendar. I can go out to March 3rd, if that works for you, Mr. Starkovich.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, we'll go out to March 3rd. It looks like he owes another 15 hours of useful public service. When he goes to the window, Mr. Daffler, when you go to the window in the lobby, my clerks will give you a reminder notice of the new court date and a new community service form showing that you owe 15 hours on or before that date. Okay?
Okay.
Mr. Daffler?
Judge, he also, yes, Judge, he has a class that he has to do as well. I know that since this is not a court-ordered class, it's between Mr. Daffler and the prosecutor. I did tell Mr. Daffler that I did not believe the court had any type of vouchers or way to help him pay for it at this point, since we haven't entered a plea, but he wanted me to ask.
Yeah, I can't pay for a class that isn't part of a sentence. So according to this, it's just the community service. So he has not done the petty theft class yet, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Oh, I misunderstood. Mr. Gollin said he did 15 hours. So he owes 18 hours of community service.
Correct. I think
yeah,
it was
right.
32 or.
Correct, originally.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So we'll reset this for pretrial conference to March 3rd of 2022 at 1:15 in the afternoon. We'll give him a referral to the petty theft class again. I will send a notice that he still owes 17 hours, my math was off, of community service by that date. Is there anything else I need to address on this case, Mr. Starkovich?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, thank you.
All set.
Okay, yeah, Mr. Daffler, you can just go to the windows in the lobby. My clerks will have the paperwork out there for you in a little while.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. All right, we'll be on the record regarding Timothy Pacheco. No, Mr. Starkovich is present on Zoom, and Mr. Pacheco is present on Zoom as well.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
All right, back on March 4th of 2021, Mr. Pacheco pled guilty to a theft charge. At that time, I imposed and suspended a 45-day jail sentence on the conditions that he complete 24 hours of useful public service. We've had a number of hearings on this matter, and no evidence of any community service had been submitted. The last time he appeared was November 18th of 2021. Mr. Starkovich appeared in person. Mr. Pacheco appeared by Zoom, indicating that Mr. Pacheco was on probation out of Adams County in case number 20M3664, and he was trying to get into treatment. The only note I have today says that Mr. Pacheco is in rehab counseling. Is that correct?
Yes, Your
Yes,
Honor.
Judge,
Okay, Mr.
and I can elaborate.
Please.
Judge, I'm happy to report to the court that Mr. Pacheco is doing really good on probation now for the DUI in Adams County. He's completing all his classes. I will state to the court that the last couple of appearances we've had, I know the court can recall that Mr. Pacheco was not doing very well, and he was attempting suicide, and he had numerous issues. Judge, he hit a point where he had to get into rehab, so he self-admitted himself into an inpatient rehab on December 21st of 21, and it's for a period of at least 30 days. He believes he's doing so well that he will be released on January 21st. I was able to speak with Stacy from New Beginnings Alcohol Inpatient Treatment in Littleton yesterday. She was going to email me just a letterhead just to confirm everything as well, so I could submit that to the court. Unfortunately, it wasn't in spam, and I've contacted her again to send it to me because I never received it. With that said, Judge, he still has the community service to complete, and we talked and thought it was a good idea, since he's doing so well now, Judge, that he try to do the community service while he's there. I'm not 100% certain if New Beginnings is a nonprofit. I'm looking into that. But at any rate, it just shows that I do have a letter that Mr. Pacheco sent to me just 10, 15 minutes ago that I can file with the court, proof that he's completed 4 hours of community service there, doing various things for them. And he intends to continue to do that until he's released on January 21st. He informs me that he's very determined at this point to finish the 24 hours of community service. It sounds like, since I've known him the last few months, and I know the court's known him a lot longer than me, but talking to him recently and yesterday and today, that he's in a lot better spot right now. And he's even told me some stories where he believes he's lost all craving for alcohol and drugs, and that's a new start for him. Hopefully that he can continue to be law abiding and actually finish the community service that the court ordered.
Okay. The fact that he's in an inpatient rehab and doing well is good enough for me to give him more time. So we can set this matter out for a sentence review. If he's unable to finish it while he's there, I want to set this like into the first week of February if possible. Mr. Starkovich, do you think that's a good amount of time to give him to be able to complete the community service?
Judge, I know he's done 4 hours, so he has another 20. I'm not sure if they're letting him do as much there. My only concern is if he gets out on the 21st, giving him 2 weeks to finish, the rest of it. But that's something he'll have to do. Maybe if we could do to the mid-February.
Yeah, I'm willing to go to February 17th. Can you check your calendar and see if that's a good date for you?
It is, Your Honor.
All right, we'll schedule this matter for sentence review to February 17th at 1:15. Mr. Pacheco, keep doing what you can do while you're in that New Beginnings, but if you don't get it done by the time you leave there, that still gives you, about 3 weeks to get the rest of it done before your next court date. Do you have any
Yes, Your
questions?
Honor. No, and I greatly appreciate your patience with me.
Okay, well, let's try to be well first. Get yourself taken care of, and then everything else will fall into place after that, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
You too. You can go ahead and leave the meeting.
Okay, thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you, Your Honor.
Starkovich.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
All right, Daniel Diller, if you would unmute your device.
Hello, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. All right, we're on the record in case number CM304270. This is a ticket. It appears you're making your first appearance on this case today. Yep, that's what it looks like.
Yes, Your Honor. The other individual in question and I had resolved it out of court, so I mistakenly believed that I did not have to come to court because there was an out-of-court arrangement. I understand that was incorrect.
Yep, that's an error. That's okay. All right. So the city attorney is going ahead and he's moving to dismiss this case at this time. I'm going to go ahead and enter the order of dismissal. When you failed to appear back on March 4th of 2021, I issued a warrant for your arrest. I'll cancel that warrant today. There's going to be a $50 fee that you're going to be assessed for the failure to appear. Now that I'm dismissing the case, your case is eligible to be sealed. If you want to have the record of this case sealed, ask my clerks and provide you the information on how to file a petition to seal the record. I'm going to make a note on your file saying that it can be sealed upon receipt of that petition. There's a $65 filing fee that you must submit when you file the petition to seal the record. So just to make the underlying case get closed, you'll only need to pay the $50 warrant fee. To have the entire case sealed, there's a petition and a $65 filing fee, and then we'll issue the order sealing the record. Do you have any questions?
I guess the only question is, do I have an active warrant until I pay the fee, or is that gone?
That'll be canceled today. If you don't pay the fee, we'll send it to a collection agency.
I'll do that. Gotcha. That's my only question.
Okay, all right. Then you can go ahead and leave the meeting. I'll take care of it on this.
Sure. Wait, no, actually, I do have one more question. Sorry.
Sure.
How do I go about paying the fee? Just go to your website. I imagine there's a way to figure it out by my name and birthday.
Yeah, my clerks are going to send you an email giving you a copy of the order dismissing the case, and then they'll explain how to pay the fee. You can pay it online through SitePay. Okay?
Gotcha. Thank you so much.
Uh-huh. All right, go ahead and go on the record regarding Isabel Grimaldo. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, give me just a second while I pull up your ticket. And do you have a functioning camera feature on the device that you're using?
Yes, I do.
If you would go ahead and turn it on. All right. I have a document that indicates that if you plead guilty to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle, a 2-point violation on November 19th of 2020, if you plead guilty to the 2-point charge of driving a defective vehicle, the city attorney will dismiss the original careless driving charge from November 19th of 2021 at about 7 o'clock in the morning in the area of 800 block of Brighton Boulevard here in Commerce City. Is this how you wish to resolve your case today, by pleading guilty to this reduced charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, did you watch the advisement of rights video?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand that if I accept your guilty plea to this reduced charge, you are waiving all of the trial and appeal related rights that you were advised of in that video?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, has anyone forced you or coerced you to get you to plead guilty to this reduced charge against your will?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone made any promise to you to get you to enter this guilty plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medications that affect your ability to understand what you're doing in court today?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle, a 2-point violation on November 19th of 2021 here in Commerce City. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
I'll accept your guilty plea. Is there anything you want me to take into consideration before I impose the sentence against you?
No, Your Honor.
There it is. Give me a moment while I look at the accident report. All right, I'll note there's nothing in aggravation on your driving record. The only bad thing is the accident itself. Your scheduled fines, let's see, $240. I'm going to go ahead and reduce that fine to $200 plus surcharges plus court costs. When you leave the meeting, my clerks are going to reach out to you by email later today or tomorrow. They're going to tell you what the total is, and if you need them to, they'll work out a payment plan for you. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you can go ahead and leave the meeting.
Thank you.
Which one are you talking about?
The one I put a sticky on and I wanted a copy. One of those reports did not have driver 1 listed and driver 2 listed.
I don't recall which one you're talking about. That's fine.
This is our trial at 2:30.
It's not time yet. You don't want to wait and see if he shows up, or you know that he's not coming in?
I'd rather not say, but I'd rather dismiss it.
Okay, that's fine. Your call. Do you know what station we're on? 3? 3. You would come forward to station number 3. Good afternoon. Give me just a moment while I pull this up. We're on the record regarding Alicia Hostler. Good afternoon, Ms. Hostler. All right, this is a matter on the trial docket for speeding charge. The city attorney is elected to dismiss this case. Looks like there's no other issue to be addressed, so I'll enter the order of dismissal. When you go to the windows in the lobby, see my clerk. You'll get a copy of that order of dismissal, and then you are free to leave. Thank you. So we're done on Zoom too.